Yo, what is good, guys? Today's Friday, August 7th, and I'm going to give you guys a quick breakdown on how I caught this trade because a lot of you were asking, and I just like making recap videos for you. One thing I will say, I did long today when my overall narrative was bearish. We do have these NFP data wicks to the left, like around 829 to 830. These are amazing draw on liquidity. If we have these resting, I recommend only trading towards these. It's usually a rare scenario where I would trade against this. And look at my trade idea, I did take a long, but I came into this knowing that my overall narrative is bearish, and I do expect a big reaction slash rejection somewhere in this move. Really, I'm just catching the retrace to continue the distribution down, which is pretty risky, but if you know what you're doing, I think it's okay. We had LRL stacked up. We had this accumulation right here, this high, and this high. I wanted to see these get grabbed before we actually distributed down towards that data low, and that's exactly what happened. As you can see, sure, we did chop for a little bit, but we did end up coming and grabbing that data low. But yeah, I'm going to start on the higher time frame and let's get into the day. Starting out in the 4-hour time frame, we are in a bullish gap below and a bearish gap above. So how do we know what way to trade when we tapped into both and we have a reaction on both? When we have a scenario like this, you need to be more of a reaction based style trader. So if we are very neutral, we don't really know if we're going to go up or down in this scenario on the higher time frame. How I look at it is I usually look for a strong reaction or displacement towards an obvious DOL, whether that's bullish or bearish. I just take whatever setup looks cleaner on these neutral style days. Scale down to the 5-minute, you can see we're in a gap here and we're getting a wick out of that on market open, but I am leaning a little bit more bearish just due to the fact that we had NFP at 8:30 a.m. and the data wicks that we leave behind are an amazing draw on liquidity. So I'm going to teach you guys some sauce. If you don't know, you can see this candle right here. It puts a big wick up top. I'll mark that out. We put the wick at the top and then the wick at the bottom. In this scenario, the wick before, it looks like some insiders or something got in on the previous candles. So I would still count this as a data wick, even though NFP was released 1 minute later. It still looks like a data wick and the market was volatile in that moment. So I'd say it still has the same like narrative. But what happens in this scenario is usually if we sweep the high, we always go to the low. And if we sweep the low, we almost always go to the high. So if we sweep one high, our DOL is the other wick. And it almost always draws into that 90% of the time. You could literally backtest NFP or CPI, test out those wicks, and literally watch this play out almost every single time. Looking at market open on the 1 minute, we did get an AMD style setup. And this is quite literally my bread and butter style setup. I'll put some pictures on screen now. I've taken this exact same trade probably 50 times in the past past 2 months. Like this AMD style Judas Swing style setup just happens all the time. So basically we got accumulation. You can see coming into market open, we're just chopping, moving sideways. These look like piano keys. We get a manipulation leg down. What do? We get this displacement candle down around 40-50 points. We tap into this fair value gap to the left right here. We start wicking out of it. We get a displacement above, putting in a clean V-shaped reaction. You could count this square as accumulation. This leg down is manipulation. This leg up as the reversal or the distribution. But the thing is, I don't believe this is true distribution due to the fact that the data low is resting below. So if you're going to take a trade like this going against the DOL, you need to go break even quick, or you need to have a clean, obvious, like low RTP. Because if you're catching the retrace leg, odds are we're not going to just deliver to all the way to the high. You know what I mean? But we could set for like this high here or this high here. Odds are we'll sweep that, get the reaction, and then go run the data low. So I ended up taking a long here after this IFEG. If you guys are going to ask me, why didn't I enter on this 929 candle 1 minute before market open? Guys, I don't like entering 1 minute before market open or on the market open candle. I at least wait at least 1 minute into the market just because anything could happen. For all we know, if I entered prematurely here on this candle close, for all I know, market open, we could have just dumped in like 2 seconds and grabbed this low. You know, it's just too risky. Market open's too volatile. I like to sit back and wait at least a minute or two. And if there's a clean setup, then I'll take it. But right off the bat on market open or right before it, I'd say that's a gamble. So I actually waited around a minute or two. I waited. You could see the volatility is insane. We were wicking up or down. We didn't know if we were going to buy or sell, but then we got these clean closures, proving my point that we are leaning a little more bullish, getting a market open. And what do we have to the left, guys? We have this high here, this high here, this high here. We have low resistance stacked up. So that's really my only DOL. I wouldn't shoot for these highs over here because it's just too high. I set my TP right to these wicks on this high right here. And you could see this trade literally played out amazingly. I was done in about 1 minute. And it's crazy because I set my TP here, we touched it, and we got a crazy reaction, like literally an 80-point dump in about like 30 seconds. Oh no, 110-point dumps in like a minute, bro. This is an insane dump. This is why you don't aim for the whole move. You take your piece of the pie and aim for a small part, especially if you know the DOL is opposing. So this was exactly what I predicted as well. So I caught the retrace, and then we just distribute to the data low. After we got this displacement down, I just know we're gonna go run this data low right after. So, you know, that's something you just have to keep in mind. If you haven't already, feel free to join my free Discord. I have a great community. We have over 8,000 people in here right now. We all post our P&Ls, everything like that. I have all the best prop firm deals, and I give away accounts every single week. Guys, I give away 30 funded accounts every single week. You can literally go in this giveaway proof channel and scroll for like eternity. I give away so many free accounts. These are all real people that are in my Discord. All you have to do is just buy any prop firm account with my code. So if you go on my website, I have all the best available prop firm deals. You can see here Lucid, Tradeify, Apex, MyFunded Futures, all the top prop firms. If you guys use code TEMI, make sure you enter my giveaways because there's a lot of real winners every single week. Some people win back to back, and some people win 3 weeks in a row. So you have a real chance of winning accounts. So take advantage of the best deals and enter my giveaways and stay active in the community because I'm actually just trying to build an amazing community. Peace out, guys.